Hi, I'm Nancy Ray, and I'm here to talk about Father's Day and the men in my life who have influenced me and my family. The first one is my father-in-law. We called him Grandpa Ray. Grandpa Ray was a hard worker. He worked manually with his hands all the days of his life. He loved God, he loved his family. He had many gifts. One of them was gardening, and he loved his garden. He loved cooking with his wife, Rose. That was a passion of his. They're Italian, so they were always cooking. And they cooked delicious meals for us that we smelled them before we even got in the house. It passed down to my husband and my children. Because of that, my husband loves to cook in the kitchen now, when he can, and he has his garden. We love going to Grandpa's house because he always had room for us. They didn't have a huge house in New Milford, Connecticut, but there was always room. We'd be sleeping on the floors. We had so much fun. The games, the conversation, the faith that Grandma and Grandpa had, it was really special. Now for my dad, we called him Pop-Pop. He was a huge personality, if anyone knew him. He loved God, he loved his family, he loved anybody who was in his path, basically. If you were near him, he loved you, and he wanted to make you feel like you were worth something. His humor was off the charts, if you knew him, and he passed that down to our whole family, which was what a gift, because laughter works like medicine. You never knew what my dad was going to say or do. And one example was when my husband was going to meet my father for the first time. I told him, don't take him serious. I don't know what he's going to say. I don't know what he's going to do. So we walked up the stairs of our split-level home into our kitchen, and my father stuck out his hand to shake his hand, and Tim reached out, and instead my father pulled him to the ground and started wrestling him and said, I just have to see what you got. He was always doing something funny. My Pop-Pop was always super generous with his time, with his money. None of us lacked anything. He was always there to help, whether it was sports, picnics, family projects, trips. He was there, he was all in. He was always strong for us in the difficult times. He was always there for us. I remember he had his prayer list, and he would sit in his big chair upstairs, and I would hear him pray for his kids and his grandkids, and that was really sweet. I'm really blessed to have you as my dad. Now for my husband, Tim. Last but not least, we call him Poppy. I love you, Tim, and I love that you know Jesus. A word for Tim would be selfless. He loves to give help to our family whenever is needed, and nothing is too little, nothing is too big. He tries to tackle it all, whether it's a car, a washing machine, a dryer, a vacuum, or a lawnmower. His patience is tremendous. He lived with me and my 8 daughters and his mother-in-law for 22 years, and we even had female animals. Tim, you're gentle, you're kind, you're a good listener. What more could I want? I'm so proud to call you my husband. I want to wish Tim and every father that's in this congregation this morning a happy Father's Day.